Hello, everyone. It's Mr. Brenner here, and we are going to be talking about something kind of cool today. Have you noticed when you look out your window, my window is right over there, you notice that the sun kind of looks like it goes over and moves during the day, and then it sets. And the moon sometimes seems to do the same thing. The moon rises, moves up ahead, and then it also sets in a different part of the sky. You now know, because you're in third grade, you now know that actually it's the Earth that's moving and the moon moves around the Earth, but the sun pretty much stays still and all of the other pieces are moving around it. Well, sometimes it might look like the moon blocks out the sun. That is called an eclipse, and we're going to read a little bit about that. If you wanted to turn your books to page 380, we're going to read a really cool essay with pictures about an eclipse called King for a Day. It's on page 380. And let's open up our books and take a look. King for a Day is a photo essay. That means an essay with pictures. Here's the sun and the moon. And it looks like the moon is kind of traveling in front of the sun. And that actually is pretty close to what happens. Here we go. Sometimes the moon and Earth form a line with the sun as they orbit. Orbit is going to be a vocabulary word you have to know. It just means they are moving in kind of a big circle. The moon travels in a big circle around the Earth, and the Earth travels in a big circle around the sun. And it's hard to imagine it, but we'll show you a picture. This causes an eclipse. This word here, eclipse. An eclipse occurs when one body in space blocks another. In a solar eclipse, the moon blocks the sunlight. The moon becomes king for a day. This is what it looks like. Here, you can see a part of the moon coming in front of the sun. More of the moon is coming in front of the sun until all of a sudden, this is what it looks like with the moon totally in front of the sun. You could still see part of the amazing light from the sun coming off that's spreading out from the edges, but the actual sun is blocked by the moon. It might look like these are different parts of the moon because the moon does this. Earth casts a shadow on the moon and we see phases, they call it phases of the moon, but this is actually the sun that is being blocked and there's a shadow on the sun. Here's what that looks like. Here's the light from the sun that shines on the Earth, and sometimes the moon comes around so that the moon is directly in front of it. On this part on the Earth, you can't see the sun. On that part right here, that part of the Earth, which looks to be right around Ecuador, you can't see the sun. All you can see is the moon with parts of the sun behind it. Every now and again, different parts of the Earth will have this part on it. Will have this big shadow on it. The sky slowly gets dark as the moon moves in front of the sun. The moon's shadow is cast on Earth. This image to the right shows the sun completely blocked by the moon. Isn't that amazing? You are going to do some packet work about that. It is right here. King for a Day. It looks like this. Is it fiction, nonfiction, or poetry? What do you think? I was telling you something that was true. It is a series of facts with pictures. And what type? I actually told you that. Right here, it tells you it is a photo essay. You can put that in the packet work right now. It is a photo essay. Point of view, who is telling the story? Is it third person narrator or is it a first person, kind of like a journal? Common symbols in writing. A bridge is overcoming a problem. A door, a new adventure. A sunrise, a new beginning. What is the symbolism in this essay where they say it isn't really talking about a bridge, they mean overcoming a problem. They isn't really talking about a door, they say it's a new adventure. In this, what is the symbolism in the title? Is the moon actually becoming a king, or what does it mean when they say the moon is becoming a king? Draw a conclusion, make an inference. King for a day. In my head, I know that a king is somebody that rules or kind of is the boss and the master and the most important thing in an area. When we say that it is king for a day, in my head, I'm thinking, oh, the most important. So who is the most important thing on that particular day? So these are hard questions. We want you to take a guess at answering them. And of course, we're going to go over the answers with your teacher, okay? Just take a guess. And I didn't forget, it is also Wednesday, so we are going to be talking about our vocabulary. Read the photo essay, but before we do that, we're going to read our vocabulary words. The vocabulary words for this week is image, which is a picture or a photograph of something. A satellite is just an object that orders another object in space. Orbit means it goes around. We have a lot of satellites in space up above the Earth that help us with the internet, and they help us with television and cable and a lot of things like that. But anything, even if we didn't put it there, anything that orbits the Earth can be called a satellite. So the moon is a satellite. It's a very big planet-sized satellite, but it is just a satellite because it orbits the Earth. Expert, a person who has a lot of knowledge, skill, or experience about something specific. Mrs. Moore and Mrs. Becker are experts at teaching third grade because they have a lot of knowledge and a lot of skill about how to teach third graders to become better. Appear means come into view or to be seen. And as I said, asteroid is a rock that orbits the sun. An asteroid is just a rock that orbits the sun. All right, that was our lesson for today. I will help you with some of the work if you're in my group. Otherwise, I'll be back with another video tomorrow. All right, have a good day.